Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Joy of Blue, which is a collaboration that I do, and I'll talk at the end about 2023 Joy of Blue and what I'm thinking there. In this collaboration, we use blue. It's my favorite color. We use blue. You can make anything you want. Paper crafts, quilt, resin, paint pour. I don't know. You could paint your car blue if you want. I don't care. And then you share it, and hopefully it gives you some inspiration. Some people aren't giant blue fans, and so it challenges them. And then there are some of us who just would make almost everything blue all the time. This month I made cards, and I talked about I'd had these embossing folders in my stash for quite a while, and I used all of them except for one, Kathy. I saved one and put it in my winter stuff for inspiration later. You know how sometimes you get down to the end and you're like, okay, that's enough of those. So I just saved it. And then tags. I'm curious to see what you guys think about these tags. I felt like my Christmas ones were better. I had a bigger mess when I made the Christmas ones, and I didn't want to pull more stuff out. You would have thought that the blue ones would have been the ones that I love, but I think the Christmas ones stole the show. And then I'll give you a quick peek at my room, which I know is weird for a collab, but you know, I'm just trying to fit everything in. The day you see this video will be the day of the craft fair that I've been preparing for. On this one, you see that I have some striped paper I had out on the counter, and then there's an embossed Happy Holidays. I hope you can see that okay. And then some snowflakes that were sitting around. Then I went through some of my jars on the counter, which I have not done a great job using lately, and added some last minute embellishments right before I filmed this. So I put some stars on there, and I just love this. I struggle a little because I like the embossed joy so much that covering it up is hard for me. So you'll see that these cards are pretty simple. And even on this one, I was like, oh, 3 snowflakes. Whoa. Chill Out. It's 2 layers of ephemera. This one was like a background that you could stamp in, and I put the Chill Out over it, and then a giant snowflake sticker. I have some pretty fun papers as the back layers. Again, they were sitting out, or I was trying to use them up. Warm winter wishes, and then some cute little snowflakes. And this was a piece of ephemera from, I think, an Echo Park collection that was sitting out. Season's greetings, same kind of thing here, and I'm layering up scraps of specialty papers. And maybe it's plain, but I don't know. I just love these embossed papers. Joy, this one was in my stash, and I layered up. I don't know if you can tell, but part of the reason the Joy pops better is there's 3 layers. So there's 2 really dark navy layers under it, and then the Joy on top. I think that's the close to my heart color for, is it this year or last year now? And I just love it. And this was also a close to my heart paper. Just absolutely stunning, isn't it? That's Happy Mail that just turned into perfection, because those are all from Happy Mail. When I had these big stars sitting out, and then I dug through my jar and found these later. I liked it fine with just the 1 star, again, because I like things fairly simple, but I think the 3 stars is fun too. And then a little tiny Season's greeting stamp from one of Noni's sets. Those are my Joy of Blue cards. I kind of love each one of them. Let's talk about my tags. Okay, I think the secret to the tags and the layering with collage is if you're working on the same size items, you use similar items and you figure it out. I'm going to show you my big ones first, because I think that's where I went terribly wrong. I should have stopped and gotten out bigger items or bigger pieces of paper so that I could do a big layer and then smaller layers. I felt like in the end, I tried to use too many small things, and it kind of gave me a messy look. Maybe not. Maybe you'll say, no, these are great. I don't know. I didn't feel it. Okay, so I have a tissue box piece and then this big white embossed tree. And again, these are all like stash items. I'm just sitting there gluing things together. And I used some of these Boys Town blue stamps that came in Happy Mail that I love. This was a punch out from Tanisha's envelope. I mean, just fun stuff that has come in Happy Mail or was sitting around. And then the Season's greeting banner across the whole thing. And maybe I should have popped that up with foam mount. I didn't even think about the fact that it's tags. I could make it as chunky as I wanted. But it's cute, but it doesn't like speak to me. Sadie's talking to birds outside. Then this one, I like this one a little better, but again, it needed something big to give it that focal point. I brought in the black to have a pop of color, but I feel like right in here is where the focal point should have been. And I have no training or skill. I just play with things till I like how it turns out. And those are the backs, and then strings. This little guy, the smaller ones, I'm happier with. This one may be a bit of a mess too, partly because I found that bird in my stash and I just glued it down. I didn't think about where we were going. I just said, I want to use that bird. And, you know, sometimes that works, sometimes maybe not. But I think I brought the red in on this one just because this was really warm and I don't know, wanted some interest, and I wanted to use this white Christmas piece. Okay, so as the tags got smaller in the size that I was more used to, then I felt comfortable. Plus I had a bunch of small items out. So you would have expected me to go more blue, but these were just such cute pieces of chipboard and I hadn't used them. Happy holidays, and then there's a snowflake, a clear snowflake behind that just to give the jingle some pop. So that one. And this one has a striped paper on the back. Again, it was out on the counter and I thought, hey, that's cute. A little snowman. I think Mary sent me these snowmen and then I gave him some snow to sit on. And I don't know, this one I think kind of cute, but they're not as chunky and layered as my Christmas ones, are they? And then look at this little guy, little snowman. I put a whole bunch of silver stickers around him and then a bit of washi that says Happy Holidays. I probably should have kept that going because it's kind of a messy look that doesn't appeal to everyone, but it's cute. Joy, and then a bunch of silver stickers and bits of yarn. I was working on my jar. Look at this one, Jolly, and has this big snowflake glued on top of the snowflake stickers. And if you're new here, these are tissue boxes. They are literally, when you see this one and these big ones, these are Kleenex boxes. So look at your Kleenex boxes before you throw them out. There's a good chance that you buy them in colors and patterns that you like. This one was really nice to build on, and I'm not a giant geometric fan, but I like the colors on that one. And then look at this little cutie. Okay, this one I like. I just had the stickers, the silver stickers and piece, and then I was working on my stash containers over here and put all these stars on. And this one, I really like how this guy turned out. And I had stamped on the back, and then I've inked the edges on the blue ones. I don't know if that showed on camera. So I'm gonna put all these away. Let me give you a peek. Look at this place. Who am I? The HVAC person is coming today, so that's a bit of a trick because it's just right there, okay? But still, then the table. Good morning, Miss Edie. The table is looking pretty good, getting ready. This isn't how it will be for the craft fair, but you notice the big pile of doesn't go to the craft fair UFO junk is gone. And then this counter, I have done a whole bunch of sorting of winter and Christmas and started actually putting Christmas away. And look at that. I could probably make tags for days and days and days and cards. After the craft fair, I'm going to hopefully have a beautiful, clean room and work on winter stuff. That's what I'm thinking. I'll be done with Christmas. Isn't that crazy? And I've just been finding little things and saying, okay, I'm going to make a pocket out of this. I hope to make some cards with these because I thought they would be lovely for Get Well cards, but I don't know if I'll make it that far before this weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out the other collaborators in the Joy of Blue. You can find them on Instagram and on YouTube, and the links are in the description down below. I am planning to continue Joy of Blue for 2023. I'm not going to do like an all call or recruit. If it's really important to you and you want to be in it, then you can message or email me. But if you don't participate for 2 months, I'm just removing you from the list. A lot of people have really great intentions, but don't stick with a collab. Now, if you reached out to me and you told me what was going on in your life and why you couldn't participate, that's different. And if you want to come back in, just let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. Bye-bye.